All right, we're good on the audio level, guys. As you can see, it is super windy out here, but the DJI mic with the little dead cat is working just fine. Like I was saying, I kind of wanted to hop in here and just make a couple more walk and talk vlogs while I'm still here in Hawaii, while I've got this beautiful backdrop and everything, beautiful landscape, and I'm filled with so many like creative thoughts. The one that I kind of wanted to touch on today and what I kind of wanted to jump into today, I felt like was like kind of fitting because I wanted to showcase and wanted to kind of share with you guys that like this kind of stuff can happen like anywhere at any time, like no matter where you are. But I had a low creative day today. I, for some reason or another, just was not feeling that great, feeling that confident about my videos and about my vlogs and the type of stuff that I've been making. And like I said, I can't really put my finger on why I felt that way. I have been out here in this beautiful, beautiful paradise, vlogging literally 24/7, getting so much cool footage, doing so many cool things and experiences and stuff like that. I also have been kind of busy on some things that are happening back where I'm from. I launched my first collaboration reel that I got invited to go do with a really cool winery and a place out in a local city near me where I've done a lot of content on like food places and, you know, things in their area, and they finally like kind of saw me and was like, hey, like we'd love to have you out to help promote this event. So that was really sick, and that reel is doing amazing. It's getting like the most views that it's ever gotten on like my social media for that type of reel. So I was like super stoked about that. But like, yeah, it's crazy because it's like all these amazing things happening. But today I woke up and yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was feeling like shit about my stuff. And it's crazy because you can be on top of the world, flying high, have everything, but still not be happy or feeling good. But I wanted to turn it around and use it as a positive, because if there's one thing about me, I am very good at looking at things glass half full as opposed to glass half empty. And I'm good at picking myself up by the bootstraps, turning my things around, and making sure that I make lemonade out of whatever lemons I'm being given. So today I wanted to share that with you guys and then give you some solutions, give you some things that I used today to get myself out of my little downspell, I guess, my little creative rut. Because again, it can happen to any of us at any time. You're not immune to whatever it is that comes in and can sometimes just make you feel not so great. So here's what I did. I wrote these down in my phone so I could read them to you as I was walking on the beach and just kind of getting this little walk and talk vlog out, right? The first thing that I did is I made sure to not overextend myself. Basically, I just met myself where I was at. You know, like I said, I've been vlogging and doing a whole bunch of cool stuff, and usually when I'm vlogging and I'm out making videos and stuff, I try to be as interactive and engaging and talk with people and, you know, just do what I can to try and make the videos interesting and make the videos fun for myself to watch later and for anyone else who may be watching them to enjoy and watch as well. But today I gave myself a pass, and I didn't force myself to do that. I could have forced myself to do that, and a lot of other days I don't have to force myself, it just comes naturally. But today I just didn't feel like doing it, so I didn't. You'll probably see it in these vlogs, but I'm a lot more low energy towards the beginning of the day. I perk up a little bit towards midday, but overall, I just let myself be where I was. I didn't try to put on a mask and hide anything. And that felt good because I was able to give myself a chance to just be authentic and organic, and not try and like force myself into a certain box. I just created a space for myself where I needed it, and I took that space. So that's number one. Number two, pull my phone back out. It's incredible that these microphones can get good audio with the wind that's going around out here, because guys, it feels like I'm in a tornado. But number two, the second thing that I did was I stepped away from social media for the day. And I do that quite often, whether I'm being positively influenced or negatively influenced. I will step back from social media whenever I'm having this feeling. And the reason for that is because social media, as wonderful as a tool or an entertainment, apparatus or whatever you want to call it, it may be, it has an effect on us. And it can be such a sneaky effect, whether you realize it or not. It can seep in and change your perspective of things. It can seep in and make you feel a certain way. I'm gonna go ahead and turn around because I've been walking for a minute here. Yeah, it can seep in and make you feel a certain way, and overall, just not give you a chance to really, just like reset and do your thing. And I know that for some people that's hard to step away from social media because social media is some people's job. Like I do social media for my work. And social media is, good Lord, I gotta cut here. And other times, some people really just enjoy being on social media. That's their way of connecting with family or friends or something like that. But overall, like that's something that I do, and it always helps me every single time. No matter what it is, if I feel that feeling creeping in, like I did today, I will just take a hiatus. And again, I think part of it was, again, I was getting all these notifications from the collaboration that I did, and I was getting a whole bunch of other like followers and all this stuff coming in, and it seems like it would be positive things that I would be excited about, but for some reason, I just was not jazzed up about it today. So like I said, I stepped away and I haven't been on social media. I kind of was forced to get off of it because we went on a road trip today where there wasn't a signal. So it is what it is, but that's number two. I always encourage a good social media break. I think that it helps quite a bit. Number three, let's see. So the third thing that I do is when I do hop off social media, I will, instead of doing what I would normally do on social media, I replace that time to try and make myself feel better, and I go back and look at my past creations, in particular ones that I am very proud of, right? The past creations, for me, is a way to kind of like look back down my timeline and see my own growth. A lot of times I root back to my origins, of like why I'm doing vlogging in the first place, why I love doing vlogging, why I always pick up the camera. And for me, it's documenting. For me, it's capturing memories. For me, it's being able to share experiences and stuff like that. All that stuff to me is just, that's it. That's the bread and butter of why I love doing this in the first place. And so when I go back to my past creations, in particular those ones that I'm really proud of or that I really enjoyed making, it really reminds me of what I'm doing in this space in like the purest form possible. I think it's very easy to get caught up in like almost like a burnout, of why the hell am I even showing up on camera? I feel like shit. This sucks. I suck. Blah blah blah. And that can really eat away at you and kill your mentality, kill your creativity, kill your drive, all that stuff. Especially if you have a channel where you're creating things for other people. It's not a personal vlog like what I do here. I am creating and sharing things and experiences for other people, but a lot of what I do because I enjoy. Some people are out there creating like, educational channels or like informational channels or stuff like that, so they have to be hitting certain pieces of information and certain things on their channel and everything. Don't do that stuff. I'm telling you, if you need it, if you're feeling it seep in, go back and look at something that you are proud of that you made and that you really enjoyed because you enjoyed making it, and it will help relight that fire. It will help you feel better. And overall, you'll come back feeling a better sense of like renewal in what you're doing. Let me see, what else I got? I got two more here for you guys. These last two ones I feel like are pretty good. The fourth thing that I do is when I am looking at those past creations and when I am kind of trying to renew my own flame a little bit, I zoom out. I zoom out of like my entire timeline of what I've been doing as a creative for myself and professionally and stuff like that. and I look at my growth along the way. Like I said, that last tip that I gave you kind of helps remind me of those things, but this one is actively choosing to look at my growth chronologically over the years that I've been creating and stuff like that. So I will go back and look at videos where I remember having only 100 subscribers, you know, or I'll go back and I'll look at posts on my social media or whatever where I remember only getting like maybe 2 likes. And those things, when I see that building to where I am today, again guys, like that partnership reel that I did has almost 10,000 views, you know, and I gained like maybe 20 followers or something from it. Like, you know, those aren't huge numbers to some people, but to me, that's huge. You know, 10,000 views, that's a lot of people looking at my stuff. And so it regrounds me. It gives me a renewed sense of gratitude in my stuff, and it makes me proud of myself again, because I literally am looking at where I came from, like looking all the way down the beach, basically. Sorry if got a little, hopefully no snot or anything, but yeah, I'm like looking at my journey, you know, through the years of it, and it makes me so proud, because again, like, you get to see how far you've come, how far you've walked, how far you have gone in this, and the growth that you've had along the way. Sometimes that growth may not be in the form of numbers. Sometimes that growth may just be in the form of like, yo, my videos improved over time. The look of them, the style, the feel, everything got better over the years. So that's my fourth, and in my opinion, one of my favorite tips is just zooming out, because it's such a strong anchoring tool to be able to reestablish that gratitude and make yourself feel proud, you know? I'm running out of beach space right here, so I'm gonna turn back around one more time and give you guys this last tip. Man, I feel better already making this vlog. I'm hoping that whoever's watching this, thanks for tuning in. And if this is helping you, drop a comment below, because that'll make me feel even 10 times better. Even if it's not, you know, anything in particular, like in specific to your situation, if you feel like this was good info, then I'm glad that I was able to provide it. But let's get to this last tip real quick as we look at this beautiful Maui sunset here. Okay, it's gonna be fun. Shit. Okay. All right, guys. So my last tip, my fifth and final tip for how I get out of a creative rut, right? I'm doing it right now, and that is create something for you. Create something that you like, and that's for you, whether it's related to the stuff that you make on a regular basis or not. Just make it, okay? And then this last part is optional, but I like to do this because to me it feels the most freeing. Post it, share it, put it out in the universe or online, and just launch it out there. And the reason why I love doing that, again, is because it feels super freeing. I can speak for myself on this. Is like, when I started my company, I was very excited to be getting paid to be doing creative work for brands and businesses and all that stuff. But over the years, it loses its luster, you know, in terms of like that excitement, because you're creating for other people, you know. And don't get me wrong, I love my job. I love what I do. I would never trade it for the world. But it just hits different when I am out here making this type of video for myself, where there's no fancy editing, there is no, you know, fancy intros or planning or anything like that. I literally jotted down in my notes real quick, like my 5 things that I do to get myself out of creative rut. I grabbed my camera, I hopped out here on this beautiful, stunning beach, and I just went for a walk. And I did this because it feels good to me to make this type of content. I love just getting out here and doing this. So that's what I'm doing. And then, of course, the last part, I'm sharing it with you guys, because it feels so freeing to not be locked into like, oh, it has to look a certain way, or it has to, you know, like flow in a certain cadence, or, you know, there has to be this type of information in it, or these type of shots. Like, I don't need to do any of that stuff. Like, I'm literally just out here doing it for me, and I'm just putting it out there. And if no one sees it, no one sees it. It's cool. But if someone else does see it, whether it's a friend, a family, or a complete stranger, I guarantee you, either way, you're gonna feel good, because it's just like a release exercise. It literally just, I don't know, I can't explain it. The only thing I can say is that you need to try it. Just do it if you're feeling it, and watch how you feel afterwards. You're gonna feel 10 times better. So that's it, guys. That's everything. That's my 5 little tips that I do to pull myself out of a creative rut. Like I said, guys, I have been living a dream vacation, and I am not by any stretch ungrateful or anything like that. Trust me, we're headed off to dinner with my family and my fiance later this evening, and we're gonna have a fantastic time and finish out the rest of this trip, and it's gonna be amazing. But I just had to be honest with myself and honest with you guys, especially if you guys are the ones who are gonna be seeing some of these cool Hawaii vlogs and stuff like that. And just share something that I thought would be helpful, because again, it doesn't matter if you're in paradise or whatever, or if you're at home living your everyday day-to-day life. That stuff can happen. A creativity rut or a creativity, down moment can kind of seep in and strike whenever. So it happened to me today. I feel much better. I feel especially better now that I got a chance to talk with you guys and hopefully share some good info with someone else, make someone else's day, help someone else out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you watched until now, thanks so much for watching. If you feel like you have any tips or anything like that to help get someone out of a creative rut, myself included, feel free to drop them below. I would love to hear what you have to say, and I would love to try it out next time I may be having a down day myself. So with that, I will bid you all adieu, my friends, and thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.